Good afternoon, members of the audience. I'm an ordinary English citizen, and I'm pleased to inform you about an event that is not pleasing at all. This afternoon I will talk about the hackneyed word called representation. A couple of years ago, it was reported that two conservative MPs, Peter Biggers and Bill Wiggin, had received public money for personal purposes. Biggers claimed £30,000 for expenses in his garden, including a floating duck house, for which he demanded a refund of £2,500. Now let me ask you a question. Who to blame? Who is the culpable of being governed by people who do not represent an inch of the ideas that we believe are valid for our country? The answer is simple. The fault is yours, and yours, and of all of you, and of course mine as well. The guilty of the fact that these people who do not represent the ideas of England are sitting in the bench to legislate based on principles that do not have relation with our beliefs, values, and desires are us, the ones who chose them. But I would like to go further. Albeit we, the ones who voted mistakenly, are guilty, the ones who did not even go out from their houses the last elections are guiltier. I will enlarge on this point. People who voted wrongly can assume the responsibility of having laws that are against their ideas. However, people who decided not to vote do not have the capacity of assuming the responsibility for not having voted about the opposite ideas, or for incipient belief that can change things. And they are the ones who prefer being comfortably seated in their homes while the rest try to decide the best for them, and erroneously. They are the first saying, "I don't care. It's the same for me," or "It doesn't affect me." But they are the first in realizing that they are affected, because laws affect you whether you want to or not. Or aren't you perhaps affected by the 20% values added tax? Of course you are. And remember that we are not just culpable of electing our current legislators. We are guilty about not voting for the ones who are not in the benches. And I repeat, we are guilty for that. It is our fault that we did not elect the others. Notwithstanding, instead of assuming the responsibility for voting wrong, they prefer not to do it. They prefer the rest of us to be the ones who choose for them. And if we make an attempt of changing things, it won't be enough. Because while some of us want some difference, they are in their homes, watching some reality shows, or listening to rubbish music, waiting for us to make the decisions for them. It is so hard to alter the course of things, they might say. Of course it is hard and laborious and strenuous, but we need more people to make our voices to be heard. That is the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. We are all to blame, but we can assume the responsibility of choosing wrong. The others cannot even stick their heads out so as to avoid the duty of having characters that are not representing us. Upon reflection, the fault is completely ours. Maybe we are the responsibles for not reproaching them for their lack of interest, which is not more than the habit of burdening others with their lives. Or maybe we are to blame because we misunderstood the concept of freedom, believing that it was another way to make decisions. Maybe we are to blame for this and much more. Nevertheless, there is something, ladies and gentlemen, that we must not doubt. The fault does not fall on the ones who are sitting in the benches of the Westminster legislating with juicy benefits that do not deserve. As I said at the beginning, the fault is yours, and yours, and of all of you, and of course is mine as well. Thank you very much.